Welcome to InfoSource, a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare Systems, a not-for-profit, consumer-centered organization committed to fulfilling the health and residential needs of the people in the communities we serve. I'm your host, Jennie Sutherland. I am joined by Karen Foster, Executive Director of All Out Adventures, located in the lovely city of Northampton, Massachusetts, where the jokes are free and the good times keep on rolling. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you.
And my good buddy, Stephanie Zelazo from Linda Manor Assisted Living, who is not only a cool person to know, but the marketing director there, and is happy to help you with any needs. Is that true?
Correct. Anytime.
Very good. And the two of you are here to talk about the annual Kayak-a-thon.
It's coming up.
Karen, what year is this Kayak-a-thon?
This is our 13th Kayak-a-thon.
Holy mackerel. In our second year partnering with you, Berkshire Healthcare Systems, affiliates in the Pioneer Valley, Linda Manor Assisted Living is one of them, partners with you to help raise money for your organization. Can you talk to us about what that Kayak-a-thon looks like?
Yeah, it's an amazing site. So we go down the Connecticut River. We start in Sunderland. And we'll start with about half of our group, and group meaning about 80 kayakers, paddleboarders, and canoeists. So we'll start with 30 to 40 people in Sunderland, giant flotilla down the river to Hatfield, where more people are waiting for us. We take a break, and then in Hatfield we launch with our full 80-person or so flotilla down to Northampton. It's another 5 miles, 2 hours on the water, good times, lots of conversation, and I think what I love most about this event, it provides critical operating support for our organization, but even better than that, it's people of all ages and all abilities. My older son did his first Kayak-a-thon when he was 3. We've had people into their 80s do it, people who use wheelchairs, walkers, crutches. A lot of our program participants come. It's a great day.
And what's the date on that event?
September 22nd.
September 22nd,
Yeah.
which is a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
And the Sunderland start is, what time did we start last year?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, which is a fun thing to see you set off for the first time. And then Hatfield, you hit around noontime.
Right around noon.
And then the Northampton rowing, community rowing?
Yes, Northampton Community Rowing.
About 2:30, 3:30 in between there?
Yeah.
All right. And when you land there, it's a big party.
Yep.
And that happened last year. This is the second year because our affiliates in the Pioneer Valley, Berkshire Healthcare Systems, throws a party at the end for everyone who has kayaked or paddleboard, because there was paddleboarders, and who come to cheer on the event. Now, Stephanie, you are a big part of the committee that helps fundraise for All Out Adventures and organize the Kayak-a-thon. So what do the affiliates do to that day of the event?
So it's a really fun event. So this is our second year, as you said. We do a booth decorating contest, and then we also do a cook-off, which is really important.
Because your affiliate, Linda Manor Assisted Living,
because we won last year.
And they're trying to go
so we're
2 for 2.
defending our title this year. And it's really great. So all 4 or 5 affiliates come out. We set up the table. It's really the only event that we get to do together in the Pioneer Valley, so that's really exciting. It brings us all together as an organization and also allows us to give back to the community, which is really important given that we're a not-for-profit as well, Berkshire Healthcare Systems. It's really important that we can tie that in together with other local nonprofits.
Yeah, and so our organization, our mission statement is very similar to your mission statement, Karen. We hear what the community needs, and your organization, and we're going to get to what you do, does the same thing, and we want to support you and the teamwork that the affiliates show. And you're on the committee and some other folks from All Out Adventures working on this event throughout the year, really. And this is our second year, so this year will be better than last year, and then as we move forward. So that's the hopes as we grow and we get experts at partnering together to do the most that we can to help you, which we're excited about. For the event, your decorating contest. So the affiliates have a space, like a booth, you said. What's the decorating contest theme this year?
So the theme is going to be board games.
Okay, board games.
So
Everybody
everyone
likes
has
to game.
Dress up and decorate as their favorite board game.
Yep.
And then for the cook-off, our theme is TV dinners. So every booth has to create a form of a TV dinner, whether they take a modern take on it or the old school version TV dinner, whatever they choose. So it's pretty much open.
Yep.
We get to do a vegetarian option, which is great.
Yeah.
Get bonus points if we do that. So we're all really excited about that one too.
So I'm going to kind of people, we just mentioned TV dinners. People might be thinking about their favorite TV dinner. Karen, do you have a favorite TV dinner?
Oh, fun fact about me, I grew up eating frozen TV dinners on a pretty regular basis, and my favorite, it was turkey with gravy and a scoop of mashed potatoes and green beans.
And did it have that kind of little bit of stuffing?
Yes, and the stuffing.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you had to have the perfect bite with the stuffing. And that was a good one. Now, Miss Stevie,
Yes.
as I call you when we're not being professional, because I'm
Correct.
going to ask you, what's your favorite TV dinner?
I like the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that creaminess of the cheese. Yeah.
Microwaved, it gets a little crispy on the outside from the microwave.
Yeah,
That's what I like.
that's delish. I'm not going to name brand names, but it is the family-size Salisbury steak. That just when you think it's going to end or you're going to stop, you both keep going.
Yeah.
That is a delicious thing. What I like is that this is a classic thing, but you could trip it out and redo it. But now, Karen, you're a vegetarian.
Things have changed.
Things have changed.
Yes.
So when we decided to partner in this event, I said we will always have a vegetarian option for you. So in your wildest TV dinner dreams, do you think someone's going to recreate that turkey dinner for you but vegetarian?
Ooh, like a tempeh dinner?
Yeah.
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 I could do a tempeh TV dinner.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
That would
great.
be delish. Yeah. I don't know what you could do for my Salisbury steak. I don't even know if there was meat in what I was eating.
I'm not sure if it was meat.
It might be vegetarian,
It
actually.
might actually be vegetarian.
So anyway, so there is a fee to do the kayak-a-thon where you paddle and stuff. But the stuff we were just talking about, the decorating contests where there are things that you give away to people who are attending, and the food is all free.
Correct.
So that is, we're hoping that folks will just come and cheer on the paddlers and get together because it's a community event. The other thing is one of our affiliates, Hospice of Franklin County, is doing a whole big booth tent of kids games. Is that a
Correct.
true story?
True story.
Because if it's not a true story, they are now, because I just said it on the TV.
No, they are
so
doing that.
they are
so
doing
all
that.
of the littles will be entertained while moms and dads and others eat food,
Yes.
hopefully.
Another thing Karen wanted at the events was it to be family friendly.
Yeah.
And you've seen that over the years. A lot of families get together.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. The staff will bring our own kids, other people. We serve people of all ages and all abilities. So many of our program participants either have children or have grandchildren or are children themselves. And so it's great to include them.
So to sign up to participate in the Kayak-a-thon, what do they do, Karen?
If the computer is a thing that people are comfortable with, they can go to our website, alloutadventures.org, and there's a tab there that says Kayak-a-thon, and click that button, and everything is laid out for you. And if computers are not a thing, give us a call at 413-584-2052, and we will help you take care of the details.
That would be me, because I am not that person.
Then you call
Am I
us.
that person?
You are not. You are the caller.
I am the caller. And I have to say that last year, I loved watching you go in Sunderland at the Sunderland Bridge. Is one of the loveliest spots on the Connecticut River with Mount Sugarloaf there. It's early morning, and to see this group of people, not only the folks that work in your organization, but the many volunteers, the family members, the participants. There's a team thing, and there were some groups of folks from different organizations who put together a team. That was a beautiful thing, and I'm looking forward to that aspect and the TV dinners. I have to say, that's a good time. So we're going to take a quick break right here, and when I say a quick break, I mean, really quick. Watch a little something about Linda Manor Assisted Living. When we come back, we're going to hear some more stuff about the Kayak-a-thon. So yeah, back in a couple minutes. Bye.
I didn't know what to expect when I moved here, but I'm certainly glad that I did come here. They treat you very well. I can't get over all that they do for you. My time is my own. I can do what I want, and then these people here seem to help out. If you want something or need something, they're there for you. If you want to do all your own housework and everything else, fine, but they do it for you, and to me, that makes life a lot simpler by not having to do all the things that the people do for you here.
Welcome back to InfoSource. That was indeed a quick break. I had just enough time to itch everything that gets itchy. So that is why we, in fact, do take breaks, is so I can itch. Well, it could be true.
It could be.
It could be true. We are having a good time talking about this year's Kayak-a-thon to help benefit All Out Adventures, Berkshire Healthcare System, a not-for-profit. All the affiliates in the Pioneer Valley, along with some other folks, assist Karen from All Out Adventures in this fundraising event. We've also partnered together with you for a couple of other things. And I want to talk about those things and some opportunities for folks. But we went right to the event because I was excited about it. But I'm also excited, as you know, about your organization. So could you please share what you guys do?
Sure. We run outdoor recreation programs for people who have disabilities, for seniors, and for veterans. We started in 2001, and each year we run about 180 programs everywhere from the Berkshires to the Pioneer Valley to Central Mass to Eastern Mass. We go out kayaking and canoeing and stand-up paddleboarding and camping and snowshoeing and ice skating, and we play sled hockey year-round. We have something for everybody.
I think that's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And your groups, you have groups for all those activities and different age groups for stuff?
Our programs are, in general, except for our senior programs, which are people 60 plus. Everything else is people all ages. We tend to serve more adults than children because many, that transition age at 21 where people leave the public schools is where there's kind of a cliff of services.
Sure.
So very often people who are adults are really looking for programming, and so we do serve a lot of adults in that way. But it's not segregated by age, although certain funders want to see different groups out there.
Sure. So let's take one of those activities that you help. So which one would you like to talk about? Cycling, kayaking, which one would you like
Right now what's on my mind is that we are out kayaking at the DAR State Forest in Goshen as we speak, and so that's the program on my mind.
Program.
Yeah.
So let's give an example of how you would help. What if I had not so much mobility with my arm? What could you do for me?
People who have limited mobility in their arms, we have something called a paddle pivot, and we tape it to the floor of the kayak in front of them, and it has a pole that comes up and it holds the paddle.
Yep.
So that if somebody has use of one arm, they can paddle with one arm, or if the weight of the paddle is too much to hold up, it does that so that they don't need to do all of that.
So this is really tailored to what that person needs to succeed.
Yes.
And that takes some effort and some knowledge, and you have a pretty great team that does it. Why don't you talk a little bit about the team that works with you?
Sure. We have an amazing team. There's two of us who work full-time. There's me and our program director, Sue Tracy. And then we have part-time program leaders. And what's great about All Out Adventures is people tend to return year after year. So we have some really talented long-term program leaders who are back and who know people well and people are comfortable with that come back.
And I think that's wicked important because, A, what an opportunity for folks who never thought they could do some of this stuff or do it again. And then they feel a little vulnerable and to know the person. I just think it's great. I also want to talk a smidge about the veterans you work with, because our organization is big into supporting veterans, Soldier On. There's the VA campus in Leeds. So what have you gotten from feedback from the veterans that participate in your groups?
We work a lot with the rec therapy department at the Leeds VA, and in particular, when we do our kayaking programs, we have a lot of inpatients who come, and they're receiving inpatient treatment either for addiction issues or PTSD or possibly a combination. And for them to be out on the river in a kayak, just to be out or out on a bike, but to be out in nature and to be in some ways sort of taken care of. We provide the equipment, we provide that experience, the social opportunity, and then it's just a real kind of healing and therapeutic opportunity. The best comment I ever got from a vet was he sent me a note later and he said, "You guys don't just thank a vet, you help a vet." And it was
that's awesome.
it was like, yes, thank you for saying that. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard, so that's cool. Now, Stephanie.
Yes.
Not only are you the marketing director at Linda Manor Assisted Living, not only do you pretty much chair the Kayak-a-thon committee meetings along with a couple other folks, you are also on the board
I am.
of All Out Adventures.
New this year, yes.
What is that like for you?
So it's a brand new experience. I've never been on a board before. It's something I've always wanted to do and have been looking for the right organization. And this one is truly important. I myself love to be outdoors, and to be able to see these folks who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to be able to participate. It means a lot to be a part of it. And to know a little bit more about the behind the scenes and why something like the Kayak-a-thon and these other fundraiser events are so important. Because yes, there's something that I didn't understand was that the government funding that some of these organizations receive doesn't cover the incidentals, the day-to-day, the staffing requirements, all those sorts of things. It's not always all covered. So these events like the Kayak-a-thon are so important to keep these organizations up and running.
So, Karen, your board meets once a month, once every other month?
As a full board, every other month, and then smaller working group committees on the opposite month. So it becomes once a month.
So if someone was interested in checking out the board and maybe seeing if they wanted to support, what would that look like?
They could send me an email on our website, again, alloutadventures.org. There's a Contact Us tab, and that goes right to me. Send me an email, and we can talk, and we would invite people in to our next board meeting. I think that the support of a board of directors, I don't know that you can ever say just how important that is to a nonprofit organization. And growing our board is one of our real focuses as an organization.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, besides Berkshire Healthcare Systems, for sure, in the Pioneer Valley, there's a lot of other organizations who care an awful lot about you and recently have shown a lot of support. So if folks watching this don't have that time, they can still reach out to you to see if there's some way they can support you. Is that cool too?
Yes, there are lots of different ways we can be supported. I think people often think of us out kayaking and thinking, oh, well, I don't really kayak, I don't know that I could help, but we're in the process of moving our office location, so anybody can help pack up our files or help us. In the office, we had a volunteer run errands for us yesterday. So there's so many different ways people can help.
Yeah, and that's all time-consuming. Again, I go back to when we were talking about if I had limitation in my arm, you would have to take the time to figure this out, show me how to use it. So that takes you away from. I don't want you to do errands. And I say this to you about the Kayak-a-thon. I don't want you, because you were running around the day of the Kayak-a-thon getting bagels and some other stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're not the bagel girl. You are the person who goes and does the stuff like schlepping the kayaks down to the water person. We can go get bagels. So if someone wants to run errands, if someone wants to come in and help in the office for a little bit, that is a fine way to help you guys out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's important for folks to know. I want to go back to the event. So if folks want to sign up to kayak, or I think there's opportunity for a little bit more volunteers. Berkshire Healthcare tries to pitch in, but we will not turn any volunteers away if they want to come and help. How do they contact you?
Right on the website, alloutadventures.org. There is a link to register for the Kayak-a-thon, and then if people are interested in volunteering, one real need we'll have is at the end of the event in Northampton, helping get all of the boats out of the water, off the dock, and up to the trailer is sort of a big labor-intensive moment.
And that actually is one of the best times to join the event.
Yes.
Because you get to see people come in, which is super fun, and a lot of clapping and cheering, and just to see the looks of people's faces that they did this is wonderful. But there is a lot of physical need for help.
Yes.
But also that's where we kick in with the party, with the decorating, kids' games and events, and the food. And that part of the event is free. And it's nice to have some food together, talk together, meet new people. It's a great opportunity. And I just also want to say, your website is fantastic.
Thank you.
I check it out often. And whatever you're doing, you guys up to date it and stuff. So if folks are interested in seeing through the seasons what your stuff changes, but you'll also post other opportunities up there as well. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So board member, committee, chairperson, along with a couple others. Let's go back to your role at Linda Manor Assisted Living.
Sure.
What the heck do you do there?
So I am the marketing director for Linda Manor Assisted Living.
Yeah.
So basically, I help transition new families from their homes into the assisted living community. We're actually really lucky. So we are part of a campus with Linda Manor Extended Care. They are the nursing home on site. They do short-term rehab, long-term care, and they also have a memory unit. So we actually can support folks all the way from the time they transition from their home to assisted living or our memory care, all the way through their skilled nursing needs. So it's a really great place. We are not-for-profit as well, and we are truly a resident-focused organization, which is what attracted me to the company to begin with. I'll be 3 years this fall.
Yay. I remember your first day.
I know, you were there.
Oh. I was
exciting.
there.
It was not nearly as exciting as the other girl's first day at the harvest run, but it was really great to actually come to an organization that really cares about people. Our residents are wonderful. We have a full building, about 80 plus residents. They do activities all day. They have meals included. All of their personal care is taken care of, medication management, and we really truly are one of the only all-inclusive communities in the area. There are no added fees for care. And we really try to support folks all the way through end of life on our campus.
And I love your affiliate, as well as I love Linda Manor's skilled nursing facility next door.
Yeah.
I like that it's a campus. Throughout the year, you do a lot of different events. I know you guys just had some music on the front lawn.
Yep.
Do you have one more to go in August?
We have one more. I believe it's August 16th.
Okay.
You can go to our website, lindamanor.org, and all of our events are on there. You can also check out our Facebook page as well. And yes, so we do have one more concert series. We have the Kayak-a-thon coming up. That's our big September. We do a family and friends event every fall for our family and for our residents and their families. And then we start doing more educational series and things like that throughout the fall.
And in the spring, you have one of a great opportunity for folks, Successful Aging Summit.
Yes.
Where it's a day of education. And actually, All Out Adventures has been part of that in the past, because people need to understand there's trikes and different things to get them out. So there's a lot going on. So we need to have everybody check out these websites.
Please.
Please do. One more time with the Kayak-a-thon information. So people get the message that they're all welcome, whether you paddle or not. You can show up about, I don't know, between 2:30 and
Yeah.
3 is a great time to show up in Northampton. Where in Northampton can they show up?
It's at the Northampton Community Rowing Boathouse. The closest address, if you're using a GPS, is 80 Damon Road.
Yep.
And it's past the River Run condos, and we'll have signs there directing you on the way.
When
It's a
she
lovely
says
space.
we'll have signs, that means I'm putting up these hot pink signs like I did last year. So there will be signage. And you don't think you're going to the right place,
Yeah.
but you are.
Have faith, follow the signs.
Just keep going.
Follow the
They
pink
do bring you
signs.
there.
Yeah. And you can see what goes on there. So that's, again, towards the end of the afternoon to hang out. But the Kayak-a-thon starts in Sunderland at about 7 in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, and I would like to say that people who want to participate in the Kayak-a-thon should be signing up now.
Yeah.
Because
This is the time.
It's a lot of planning and a lot of legwork for all of us to manage this event. And the sooner people sign up, the more it helps us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yes.
Because, again, you do have to figure out how logistically
How am I going to get 80 people down the river, and
Yeah.
what boats am I bringing for
Yeah.
them, and what's their T-shirt size?
Yeah.
Trust me, there's a lot. So they should be signing up now.
I mean,
Yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the day before.
Right.
Right. Okay, please sign up now so Karen can get on with stuff. So 2 more things I want to talk about. First off, last year, you and I, Karen, did a little thing at the event. We put a buoy out in the middle of the river, and we jumped off the dock on floaties and swam around the buoy and back to the dock. And whomever won got to keep the buoy. Whomever.
I don't mean to, but the buoy's hanging in the All Out Adventures
Yeah, in your
just
office.
saying.
Yeah. So this year we have opened it up to anyone in either organizations to swim off against each other. And it was pretty fun. You want to swim in the river?
Absolutely not.
She's not doing it. I knew that. I knew that was coming. You don't want to get me that buoy?
No.
It's fabulous Red Lobster buoy.
I doggy paddle terribly.
So the buoy has both of our logos on it, and it's a statement. So that is a fun thing to watch, and there's a lot of people cheering and laughing as I got pulled in with Sue Tracy in a kayak and me holding onto it, and me yelling, I'm right behind you," and you're like, "Bah, bah." That was hysterical. So that is a good time. I think what people need to know is this is a great opportunity to help with fundraising. It's a great opportunity to come together as a community, but it's just a wicked fun time.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing. So how I wanted to end the show, and I didn't say this to you, but I love Berkshire Healthcare. I've been with Berkshire now for 20 years. Your organization is right up there for me. And I admire the work you do, what Sue Tracy does, Jackie Brown, all the folks, and the board members. What makes you get up every day, Karen, and do this? Because it's not always easy.
No. Yeah, it's a lot. What makes me get up every day and do this is when I think about what kind of world I want to live in.
Yeah.
It's one where we all belong. And somebody who's had a stroke, or somebody with Parkinson's, or somebody with a cognitive disability has the same opportunity and the same community that people who are able-bodied have, or people who do not currently have challenges. I think it's a realism that most of us are heading there to a world where we're all going to need a little extra support and help. And when, especially the Kayak-a-thon sort of brings it together. And when I look around and I see people truly of all ages and all abilities committed to the same goal and helping each other and supporting each other, that's why I get up every day and do this work, even when it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for what you do. I super thank you for what you do. And I truly hope people will come out to this year's Kayak-a-thon. Go to All Out Adventures website to check that out. Please sign up now. I'm going to remind you that InfoSource is a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare Systems. Until next time, I wish you good health, good life. Bye for now.